Hello and welcome to the Yorker's British TV Mid-Year podcast. We're going to first of all look back at some of the things we've enjoyed so far this year on British TV. I'm Lois Cameron, I'm former film and TV editor.
I'm Jacob, TV editor.
And I'm Catherine, I'm TV editor as well.
So I guess we should really start with the thing we all love a lot, being human. We were just saying that, it is amazing, Catherine was saying that it is amazing that it's so good 3 series in still.
It's astonishing at how it's kept going. Most British TV shows just die a painful death after the first series, no matter how good it was, but Being Human just doesn't stop being brilliant, and the twist at the end,
Yeah,
no.
It was really cool how they built Yorker and dying, and then you thought, oh no, they're going to save him, and then he died.
It was a very brave move, and it's the
Yeah.
kind of thing that in 5 years' time it'll either be the moment that sort of defines the show as something great, or the moment that the show dies.
I think Lee Ingleby as the new villain, that could definitely be.
He is very, very good. I loved him in George Gently. But I mean, and I think the show has evolved so much from what it was in series 1, but it hasn't felt, there's not going to be that cozy domestic stuff anymore.
Yeah.
But
It's good how they worked out, like, series 2 was really good, but it didn't have enough humour in it.
yeah,
And I think series 2 is definitely the funniest so far.
yeah, and I mean even like the really dark episode
Yeah.
with had the sort of social
With
record
the-
stuff with
that was my
Nicole Walker.
favourite episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nicole Walker's great.
I love when it's done for female characters as well. I think season 3 definitely belonged to the women of the show, with Annie,
And
being,
Nina
being
was just so good.
just hilarious in general, utterly brilliant, and I'm really grateful for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. And something else we all really enjoyed was Silk.
Yes.
Which surprised
That
us, I
was
think.
good.
Surprised.
Maxine Peake is just amazing.
It just looked like it would be another legal drama, and
Yeah.
I couldn't wait for the next episode to come along.
Yeah, I think I hadn't watched them, and I downloaded them all onto my laptop on episode 3 and watched them all in the evening because it was just, I had Adrian Dunbar in the last episode, which I just love. I hope he's back. But I think it really was something really
It was another one of those
special.
shows that got criticised though, like saying, oh, it's not very believable.
No, it wasn't particularly realistic,
Like,
was it?
come on, if it was believable, you wouldn't be interested in watching it. I mean, you could go to a courtroom and watch it if
Yeah.
it wasn't
Yeah,
believable.
absolutely.
And I thought Natalie Dormer, actually, who was the best part of the Tudors when she was in that, she was really good.
Yeah,
as the
she
younger-
was. And is it Tom Hughes?
Yeah.
Played the other one?
He was really good as well. But I'm Rupert Penny Jones, who was like,
It's the
Wouldn't.
same character every time.
You mean Rupert Penny?
and the other thing that really surprised us was Crimson Petal and the Wife.
Yes, which I was scared to watch to begin with because I love Chris O'Dowd in comedy, and he's just to me always an IT geek in a computer room somewhere, and then to watch him being just nasty and horrible, and I just ended up hating him. I'm just glad I watched it because I
Yeah.
was going to avoid it, but I'm so glad I did.
I mean, I love Mark Gatiss and I love Ron McGrath, so I really
Yeah.
enjoyed it, but it was very dark.
It was incredible. It's so depressing. I thought it was the end. I thought there's going to be a happy ending. It's going to be fine. No happy ending. Just depressing, but so good.
I hate to rain on the parade, but I didn't get past the first episode. It was just so slow. Like, look at this show, it's so stylish. Like, it's so boring.
It was very
Come on.
glamorous for a grotty Victorian period piece. It was very glam.
It's just like all BBC Two dramas, like the Shadow Line. It's like thinking it's so good, but
You can't
we
see
get
the
to-
shadow line. It's too dark.
and the characters in the Shadow Line, they're not real people. People don't interact like that. But it gets rave reviews. Obviously, I don't.
Something on BBC Two that you really enjoy is Psychoville.
Oh.
Oh.
I think that almost edges out Being Human. I just sit there grinning throughout. And Imelda Staunton was in it, which just made it
Yeah.
even better than the last series.
Imelda Staunton is brilliant.
I love it in everything. Especially as Professor Umbridge.
I think the problem was with Psychoville is that you said the ratings dropped in
Yeah.
the second series. I think if you don't follow it from the beginning, there's just no hope of ever catching up with it, which is a shame.
You
But
couldn't have.
it's so
even-
intricate.
Yeah, you couldn't have even started with the second series. You had to
Yeah.
have seen all the first series and the
Absolutely.
Halloween one.
Yeah, because if you watch some of the characters that die, you don't feel the same attachment to
You don't,
them
yeah.
if you haven't watched the first series.
I was distraught when we lost Maureen. Just thinking. But she could come back. I love that final scene with her in the ice pot.
I don't know if there'll be any more. I don't know.
I'm hoping that there will be. They haven't said anything yet. Maybe just like an hour long around.
Yeah, it's always good when something gets time to
Yeah.
finish off. And something that we weren't so sure about was episodes, which started with a really good premise, but just wasn't very good. It just stopped being funny and kind of.
I ended up
got to
liking.
extract the humour out of
Yeah.
it.
When I got to the end and I realised that one of the best bits about it was Matt LeBlanc, I thought,
Yeah,
I don't know.
there was
This is
something
bits
wrong
thought.
there.
I think a big part of the problem was you never really felt like their original sitcom was worth them. You never
Yeah,
kind of got the sense that it
absolutely.
was really
Yeah.
good and that it was kind of, episode
Yeah.
extras or something, or
Yeah.
The Office. It wasn't. It just kind of seemed like something that was all right,
Yeah.
and they kind of just misused Tamsin Greig and Stephen Mangan, who I love, and was so
Yeah.
excited for
Yeah.
a Green Wing reunion.
Yes,
and
Green Wing.
then it just sort of didn't really work.
Yeah, I don't think they focused enough on how the American industry sort of takes shows and just sort of, or just Americanizes them basically and just sort of ruins them.
It was very stereotyped. I thought.
Yeah,
All
that
the
none of the
American
Americans-
characters were they American? Some of them were definitely not American.
Yeah, I guess Daisy Haggard was in
Yeah.
there.
She is very funny though.
She was
Yeah.
the best thing in it.
But it was very stereotyped. The Americans just acted exactly as you would expect them to, really, and it wasn't particularly original.
No, focusing on relationships and could have come back anywhere really.
There's been a lot of crime dramas, and I think
So much crime.
I think Vera was very good, but that was
Slow.
mostly because of Brenda Blethyn being very, very, very good.
Yeah, she was good. But I don't think many of them have stood out. Like Injustice, I thought started well. It was on a couple of weeks ago, written by Anthony Horowitz, and it's going to be so good. And then nothing happened. Like, why have I spent 5 nights watching it?
You should just make more Forest War. Forest War. It's just my kind of thing. And the last thing is Doctor Who. What do you think so far about the first half of the series?
Better than the 5th. But that's as far as I will go.
I think there have been a couple of missed opportunities. Like, I think
the pirate episode.
the pirate
definitely
episode
been a
should have
lot
been
better.
so much better because I like Hugh Bonneville in it, and I loved it because of that. But
And one of the characters disappeared halfway
Yeah.
through.
Yes, into a plot hole from whence he never returned.
But I think it's interesting to see I'm interested to see where they go in the future. I thought the Melody Pond River Song stuff, I worked it out, which is really
Yes.
rare for me. I was really proud of myself. But I think it'll be interesting to see where they go.
But like the mid-season finale that they were billing as the best thing
Yeah.
ever, it was just setting up the melody part. It was 50 minutes
Yeah.
waiting for the
Yeah.
river song.
Yeah, I thought it was really felt like a Russell T Davies finale.
Yes,
so
yeah,
much.
all the pretty explosions.
Yeah, and the
all
kind of if you thought about it at all,
and it was
just fell
resolved so
apart.
easily. And so
Yeah, but yeah, it's not been a great first half of the year. We don't think.
No.
The things that have been good have been very, very good, but not everything.
Yeah, I
we
think
have.
we need an original series like Life on Mars or something
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
sweet.
But yeah, that's our first half of the year.